Hi guys, so today I wanted to teach you guys how to make a Schleich halter for your Schleich horses. So I've got my Schleich horse that I want to make the halter for, and his name is Boo. So I kind of wanted to do some black and green. I don't have orange, so I can make like a spookier halter, but I have my glue sticks and my glue gun, and I have my glue gun already warmed up just because it takes forever for it to warm up. And I've got some clips. I have a lot because I may do a blanket tutorial later, but I've just got some clips. I actually have two kinds because I don't know what size I may need. So I'm just gonna put those there, and I kind of got some pretty small ribbon just because I wanted it to look cleaner. Like, I'm gonna show you something. So this is the yellow ribbon that I have, and it's quite big, but I think I can open this. Yeah, so if I open this, then you'll see, get the plastic off, that this is a smaller ribbon. So yeah, so right now I'm just gonna start by making it. So what you're gonna do is you're just gonna take one of these and you're just gonna pick out your color pattern, and I think I want the two side cheeks to be green, and then the nose to be black, and then I forgot what that was called, but like up here I want that to kind of be black too. And then I don't know, and I think I'm gonna just for the throat thing, I think I may do that green, so I'm excited to start. So I'm just gonna take my black, and then we're gonna start with the nose first. I'm just gonna, and you're gonna need scissors. I don't have my scissors with me. Let me go get my scissors really quickly. Okay, so I've got my scissors, and I'm just going to cut a little bit of what I like to do is I like to cut a really big piece of ribbon. This will obviously be very big for our Schleich horse, but you're just gonna start, and then I'm just gonna cut about right here. And you have that, and then I'm just gonna measure the nose. So what I like to do is I just take it, you want to make the little edge over here. See that? I think I should probably not do black for the tutorial because you can't see it. So I'll just do some blue. Blue should look pretty nice on this horse anyway. Okay, so I will use black for a different halter, just not for this one, because I want you guys to see it. So you're just gonna take a little bit and you're gonna cut it like about right here, and then you're gonna take the start of your the piece that you cut, and you're gonna just hold it with your nail or your finger. Oops. And you're just going to have it and then you're just gonna do it with that over here, and then we're gonna just do a little longer than what we're supposed to. So do a little longer than what we're supposed to, and you're gonna take your glue gun that you have warmed up, and you're gonna take one of these tips, and I'm gonna take one of these, and I don't know if this is a good size for I'll just do the bigger ones. So you're just gonna take your little piece. I'm gonna put my glue gun down for a minute. You're gonna take your ribbon and you're gonna put it, and you're gonna put it through your little ring, your ring, and you're gonna fold the ribbon so the ribbon is just like holding itself, I guess. I'm gonna do a little bit of longer ribbon. So there. And then what I like to do is I like to pinch it, get a little bit of glue. I know I have the tip of my hot glue gun is quite big, but that's fine. I've used this one forever. And then you're just gonna do glue over there, and you're just going to do that. Make sure when you pinch it, make sure you let the glue sit just for like about a few seconds, and then you make sure it's good. And then you see that there's a little bit of glue like that was out. I'm just gonna cut it off because I want it to look a little more realistic than I like to make it as realistic as possible. And when you're doing this, make sure you have this like on a side, and then you just keep doing it on that side. I find that really helps to make it look more realistic. And then you're just gonna take that and look, and that is pretty good. I just need to cut this a little bit more. I'll just do about this much. So I cut off about, I can't even hold it, it's so tiny. So I cut off about this much off of this, and we're gonna do the same thing. Make sure it's on the same side where you close this to make it look and you're just gonna take another ring and I'm gonna just fold it, and you're gonna hot glue it. So you do this basically for the whole halter. You do this for basically the whole halter. You just take a ring and you glue it, except for the sides. You do not just take a ring and then glue it. It's a little bit hot when I let it go, so that just looks a little messy, but that's fine. It should be good. So we have our first piece, and what I recommend is gluing it not right at the metal part, because that'll make it not really movable, and you kind of want it to move. So, but also if you just move it, if it doesn't move, that's fine. Some people like it when it doesn't move. But so see, we've got the halter piece done. Well, not the halter, not the full halter, it's not done. Next we're gonna move on to like the piece over here, and we're gonna take our long thing, we're gonna take our long ribbon and we're gonna cut it, and then we're just gonna cut that piece that we just cut in half. That actually might be a little too short, but we'll see. So you're gonna make sure it fits your horse nice, like it kind of is long. It should reach, like, you see the mouth out, like the little mouth thing it has. Get a little closer, let me try to zoom in. But you see it right there. You want your little ribbon piece to reach there, and you kind of want it to reach beyond, like by the where it can touch the mane. This horse has its mane like down, so it touches the mane, the ribbon touches mane. Then it doesn't matter whichever side you do first, but you want to take it and you want to put it not here, you don't want to put it here, you want to put it up here. So you're just gonna put it under and fold. Oops, I got too small of a piece. Yeah, like that. It's good. And again, don't glue it all the way down the metal piece or else it will not be able to move. And you're just gonna glue that. Sorry if you guys cannot see me gluing it. And again, make sure this is in the same side. I may mess up at one point and not have it at the same side, but that's fine because I always forget, so I've just learned to try. I'm just trying to not do that. Then we're just gonna cut off the ugly glue bits. And this is somewhat what your halter should look like. And I'm not gonna do any green. Actually, I will do some green. I'll do some green for the throat latch and over and on the other side. So let me cut my green bit right here. I'm just gonna cut it about right there because we don't need too much. Next, for our other side, we're just going to cut about a nice piece. Let me check. Make sure it is, you want it to like right here. And you want to make sure it touches it. And then you're probably going to cut it about right here. And I'm just going to cut a little extra because you don't know. You can always just cut it down or glue a little extra to it. Next, we're going to take, okay, sorry, but this is part 2. I really wanted to do it in just a full part, but I didn't. I ran out of storage, so I had to fix that. So I had to make a part 2. Anyways, so you just want to do your other color or the same color. Or the same color, and you're just gonna glue that again. Please ignore my glue gun, it's very dirty. If you guys can see some of it, but it is. And then you're just gonna wait a few minutes, and then you're just gonna put your finger over it so it should probably look a little more cleaner. Mine does not look very good at the moment, but that's fine. Then you're just gonna take your scissors and you're just gonna cut off the excess glue that spilled out. So like that. And I know that this is a little longer, but that is fine because you're going to cut that off. And I know I know that some people like it removable, but I don't have the things to make like where you get like a little, where you get like a clip like this or something. I can do it, but I would just need one of these. I think I may do that, but I don't know. So then your halter should look like almost a square that has an open top, and it should fit on your horse like this. And then this, I usually would just glue these two together, but I really want to be a little more creative, and I'm gonna cut this to the right amount that I need. I'm gonna think about probably right here. So cut it to the right amount that I would need. It may be a little bigger than the amount that I need. That's because I'm gonna fold it. So then you're just gonna take a circle, and you're going to take your green part, and you're just gonna fold it like you did with all of your other pieces. Sorry if you guys can't see that. So you're just gonna fold it. Why won't it focus? Okay, so it's focusing now. And you're just going to glue that together. Okay. And you're just going to make sure it's good. And then pinch it, and the little glue you add, the little excess there will be to cut off, or the little spillage there will be, but that's fine. Just gonna try and cut that. Okay, pull that off. Okay, so then it should look like this. Sorry, that was my cat. He's trying to get a fly, but anyways, and we're not gonna do it like this because then it'll just look like a raindrop, and we don't want that. But my idea was that I'm just gonna fit him like this. I think I may need to cut a little off of the green. Yeah, I will. So I'm just gonna cut this whole part off, and if this happens to you and you make it a little too big, just cut it off, and you just redo the whole thing. So I'm just gonna be back when I'm done putting this together, because I didn't think you guys would want to see that all over again. So we'll be back. Okay, so I just finished adding that on there, and I'm just cutting the excess off. So there it is. Fix it a little bit. Anyway, so it should look like this now. And what I want to do, oops, little piece of the glue. I'm gonna move my horse over, and I'm just gonna get about half of this little piece. By the way, you don't need to do this. You would probably just need about this amount if you were doing it normally, but I am not doing it normally. And I'm just gonna glue these two pieces together. And there's a little bit of hot glue on there. I'm just gonna put it on like that, and I'm just gonna pinch it together, and it should look like this. And then next you're just probably gonna add it on mismatched. So the green part would ideally go over here, and I forgot to say this, but I don't want to lose that. I forgot to say this, but you're gonna add a loop. So we're gonna add a loop this way. Make sure it's the same size, hopefully. And we're just going to hot glue that on there. Okay, I added the hot glue. It may have looked like I've been. Okay, so once you've glued both of the rings on, you're gonna take the little piece. I think I made it long enough. Test. Yeah, I made it. May need to make it a little bigger, but should look like this when you put it onto your horse. And we're just gonna okay, so I do need to make this, actually it should be good. Okay, then you're just gonna take this and you're gonna put it that way, and then maybe just like a little bit showing, but I'd rather a little bit than nothing. Can't get it so tiny. Okay. Just gonna glue that. This is actually becoming, this one's very messy. I kind of added a lot of glue, but that is fine. And ignore how it looks right now. It'll look a little better, but so I'm just gonna move it up. And so I just moved it up, and it looks like this right now. The top looks a little messy, but once it's on, it should look a little better. And so for this part, when you're doing it, you want to have it, oh my god, you guys can't see. Okay, so this should be a little better. So when you're doing it, you want to kind of have it like this. So you're gonna take it, and then you're just gonna put it in. And then if you really want it to be closed, then you can just take, well, you think, and I decided I wanted it to be closed, to be openable. So I'm just gonna take some pliers and we're just gonna open a little hole. Can't even open it. Okay, we're just gonna take we're just gonna open a little hole and we're just gonna slide one of these clips in, and and by doing this we're close to being done. We still have to add like the little throat thing. So I'm just gonna put that together. So now it looks like this with the little piece on it. And I'm just gonna take, and I think I just need to have it like right here. Put that in. Once I have it, I need to glue it. And I'm gonna glue it actually a little small so it's not too big on the Schleich model. And I actually added a bunch of hot glue on here, so I'm gonna be pretty careful. So it should be like this, and you're just gonna hold it together, and it'll be a little messy. Well, hopefully yours looks a little better than mine. Mine looks absolutely disgusting, but that is, let me fix that glue. Then you're almost all done. You're just gonna place it on your horse, and then you're gonna open. See, I made it a little too long, so so you're still, and then to make it a little smaller, I like to take the color I need, which is this green, and I'm just gonna cut a little bit of a long piece, and I'm gonna do the like for right, see that, like for like right here, there. Okay, so do that. And for this, what you want to do is you just want to put it in, yeah, you want to do it, you just want to put it in, glue gun it, just get a nice, okay. Okay, so then we're just gonna glue that there, hold it, and there we go. Have it on there nicely. Sorry if I'm like doing it a little out of the way. I'm trying to do it towards me, but it should look like that, and then just move it, and then we're just gonna do it the other way. But what you want to do is you want to twist it. So you want to, so I kind of like to have my thumb this way, then I just kind of, it's very hard to explain, but I just twist, kind of turn it, and then it will close like that. So I gotta figure out how long I need this to be. Usually just make it about a little smaller, and I test it, but you want to make it a little bigger than what it should be, so it's a little, okay, that's perfect. Just let me, so you guys can see, Okay, now I'm going to cut a little bit of this off. About right there. And we're gonna glue that to the piece. And let me open it. And we may be almost done. I don't know if I'll need to fix anything. I probably will. Again, we're just gonna cut the excess off. Again, it's gonna be a little hard to do that, but just testing. Okay, then we're just gonna put it, you're gonna put it on, you're gonna clip it. And this may like go down a little easier. I'm still trying this, and it should look like, oops, my god. And it'll look like that. And yeah, and then this, I don't know what color should make. Oh my god, I can't see, but it'll look like that. I don't really like the clip idea, but I actually like the clip, but don't like the clip at the same time. But it looks pretty nice. I definitely made it a little too long, so just try to make that shorter. I may just have to I'll just cut this, and then I'll come back and I'll show you guys the end result for the halter. Okay, so, and that's how you make a halter. I fixed it. It's still a little too long, but I'd rather it be a little too long than short. And what I like about this halter, the ugly side will be, well, no, not technically. So you can just turn it around if you'd like. And the green side will kind of be this way if you want it to. I actually like this a lot. And let me show you guys in a different view. This is what it looks like. I actually really like it. So that's my halter tutorial. Thank you guys very much for watching, and bye.